Good. So I listened to Famous Friends 4 times yesterday, back to back to back. I wanted to listen to the lyrics. I had to share it to my wife, called her from downstairs. I'm like, you got to hear this song. It's awesome, man. It's a killer tune. I like the story behind it. I think that, once we can all get back to these concerts, these live shows, it's going to be a hell of a song to see live. Can you walk me through the writing process and then specifically picking Kane Brown to come on with this song with you?
Yeah, interesting process just because, you're trying to write a song that's a song representing your hometown, but it's really about the people that are there and how do you write that and make it interesting and the twist of being like, hey, they're famous friends. Everybody sees that title, they're like, oh, okay, what's he talking about? And then they hear the song and it's obviously kind of that nod to everybody that you grew up with that, they might not be famous everywhere else, but in your hometown they are and everybody knows who they are. And I just love that whole concept, one. But then two, when we actually executed it and we wrote it, we were out on the bus. So I was with my buddy Corey Crowder and Kerry Barlow, those two guys who I wrote Raised on Country with. And I think it was the same bus trip, actually. Like this song's been around for a while. And I sent it to Kane and I was like, man, this could be cool. Like if you guessed on it and like you did a verse and like we actually treat it kind of as like a really cool feature. And that's kind of where the choruses came from. So people that haven't heard this song yet, every chorus, the name of the county changes. Rutherford County is where I grew up. Hamilton County is where Kane grew up. And then obviously Davidson County is Nashville. It's where we are now. So it's just a really fun, personal song that I think a lot of people will still really relate to because I think everybody has these relationships with people they know by name and they grew up with and grew up around. And I don't know, I was really lucky to write it that day. And I'm really glad that Kane wanted to be a part of it. And now I'm really excited people get to hear it.
So in the song, you do make references to a couple specific people. And in yours, you're talking about Rutherford County, and there's someone who's like from Cheers, and he's the party guy, right? And he's shutting the bar down. And then Kane comes in and talks about a teacher who's been teacher of the year, 5 years in a row. Are those specific real stories, or was it something that rhymed and made sense in the writing process?
No, those are all actual people that I know.
How do they feel about being called out? I mean, they're famous now.
So you know what? Some of them know about it and some of them don't. So it'll be interesting as this song starts getting out there more and more when the rest of them text me, because I know they're going to. It's just a matter of how long it takes them to realize that's them in the song.
You've known Kane for a long time. And of course, he's told a story recently about how you're the first concert that he ever saw with Brad Paisley, which has got to be a really amazing experience. I wonder for you, your first experience with Kane and kind of when you knew this guy was special and somebody you'd want to advocate for and prop up and work with later on down the road.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It's a huge, I don't know if honor is the right word, but it's a big deal when you're an artist and you have someone else that's coming up as an artist that's like, man, I went to your concert was one of the first ones I went to. Like, and the fact that he said that, I actually didn't know about the concert thing. Like I knew that he had sung one of my songs in a talent show, before he was really getting started as an artist. I did not know about that was like the concert. And he actually explained it the other day on my podcast. He was talking about he went and took a friend of his and like they came and he was like, yeah, here he is. Like, this is the guy. And I was like, that's so wild to think about now. We've got this song out together, but we've gotten to be friends through the writing process. And I actually guested on one of his records on a song called Setting the Night on Fire. And it's been so cool seeing all of that come full circle. And it really is with this song and being able to put this out and people hear it and, me and him hopefully getting to sing it for the rest of our lives together.
Really quick plug for the quad because I'm a huge fan of it. And I think that anybody that's a fan of Chris Young should listen to it because you're really raw. You're better at hosting than I am. And this is the only job I've ever had in my life. So, I mean, really, man, it's a great podcast. It's a great show. So quick plug for that. If you haven't listened, go check out the quad. I want to do some quick fire questions because we don't have a whole lot of time together. If you could keep any prop from any movie all time, what would it be? Take home.
The gopher from Caddyshack.
Great answer. You're a Cowboys fan. If you could pick any player that wasn't a Cowboys player all time and make them a Cowboys player, who would it be?
Man, God, That one's harder. Like I know the movie question seems to be more difficult.
There's so many.
You know what? Right now, just like go back to LT, like LT in his prime.
That's great. Great answer. Last one. The song's called Famous Friends. So I got to ask, who's the most famous person in your phone contacts right now?
Ooh. You know what? I'll just say Brad Paisley, since Kane mentioned him with the, that's just being nice. Sure. Because, if I don't mention Brad, I think he'd be offended.
Of course. And you never know with Brad, he'll come firing with some sort of antics from his own.
Dude, he's funnier than me. He's got more money than me. Like, it's just not good. Let's not go there.
A last question, Famous Friends. It's a great song. Are we expecting an album or are we just kind of putting this out here and seeing what happens?
Dude, I have so much music. You have no idea.
Good.
Like so much. So album is no question that's coming.
Awesome. Can't wait. Chris, thanks so much. Seriously, Famous Friends is a smash hit. I can't wait to see it rise up the charts and support you guys. And it's always fun to get some time with you, man. Thank you.
Dude, thanks for the love. Appreciate it.